Hey guys, welcome to Jack's Treasures on YouTube.
Wow.
I was expecting
Did you scare yourself?
No, I was expecting you to do the intro.
Hey guys!
That's what I was expecting. This is our ongoing series of questions and answers that people have asked us or that we've asked other people about reselling in general. Today is Friday, so it is the weekend, and we have a great topic to talk about today. Yes, we have a great topic to talk about this weekend, mainly because we keep doing all of this stuff, and we got great stories along with this one. What is our topic for today?
Why should you network with the reselling community?
Yes, that is a good one, because I was a reseller for a good 15 years, 16 years, okay? And I did no networking with the community at all, zero. I actually fought the networking community, and every time Tracy tried to get me to watch videos or anything like that, I said, nah, it's not for me. I'm not, no. Okay. And that all changed last year at when Tracy and I were at a Discount Tire getting our tires fixed. And,
I love how you always have to mention it was Discount Tire.
Shout
out to Discount Tire.
Shout out to Discount Tire in Hiram, Georgia. You know, fixing our tires up pretty good, because at that time we were driving and doing a lot of scrap melting.
Yeah.
So I was going through tires every 2 weeks. Yeah. Don't do that anymore. But our story really began on that day when Tracy was in Scott the Bearded Picker's channel. Or was it on Facebook?
It was in his channel.
In his channel, and he talked about a meetup in Nashville. Okay, in Nashville, there was a meetup. I'm trying to see if I can find the one for. Oh, I can't find the one for that year. Oh no, I might have it in here somewhere. There we go. Nope, that's 2025. Okay, there was a Nashville meetup in 2024, hosted by Ray, the Nashville Picker, and. What?
Flipper. He's the Nashville Flipper.
He's a flipper?
Yeah.
He's a flipper.
Yeah.
He's not a picker?
No.
He doesn't pick?
He might be a picker, but his channel is Nashville Flippers.
You're absolutely right. It is a flipper. Okay. Ray, the Nashville Flipper, all right, was hosting a meetup, and Tracy asked me if I wanted to go. I said,
yes.
Okay, I guess we can go. I'll
tell you, I'm pretty sure the only reason he went is because it involved going to Nashville, and we do like to go to Nashville for sourcing opportunities. So it was
that really
not
was
hard
what
to...
it was. I didn't know anybody, and when I mean nobody, I meant I knew nobody.
I always said that Harry Tornado could have walked down the hallway and he wouldn't have blinked an eye.
I wouldn't blink the eye of anybody walking down the hallway, that's in the reselling community. But ever since that, we have basically gone on a skyrocket of Jack's Treasure selling and growing on YouTube, on whatnot, on even all of our stores have just been growing phenomenally because of this networking and learning. Oh my gosh, what is that saying? You can't teach an old dog new tricks? Bull.
You can try.
I'm an old dog, and they've taught me a ton, guys, a ton.
Yeah.
So the question, though, is why should you network with the community? And we got a couple of really good topics and things that we can talk about that might be something like that. And as we're going through, we're going to show you some of the people that we have met.
Yes. First, I'm going to show off Happy and Grumpy Picker.
You might want to go a little bit closer to the camera. There you go. A little lower.
Look at how shiny that is.
I know. Cool. Isn't that nice? That was from the Nashville meetup, the first one.
Yeah, they are awesome people. We have kind of definitely connected with them after the meetup, done some shows with them, chatted with them.
Kyle and Lori.
On Instagram and things like that. They're just an awesome couple. But the first reason that you might want to network with the reselling community is listing is boring. Especially if you're doing like eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, that kind of thing. You're just kind of sitting by yourself. You're staring at a computer or your phone and you're just listing, and it's boring.
Especially if you're doing it by yourself.
Yep.
Tracy and I have the luxury that we do it together. So a lot of times we're in the same room together. And even then it does get a little bit boring. Not that Tracy's boring, because she's not. But it's just one of those things where, golly, I got to take more pictures. I got to show more pictures. So listing is boring, whereas you can go and you could meet people like Alex the Beard King Picker, okay, who we met in Tennessee at both Tennessee meetups. Just an awesome individual, and is having another meetup in Northeast Tennessee. On his podcast is having that one, so it's just a great one right there.
Yes.
So the other reason to
or
network
another
with
reason. Another reason. Many reasons.
Yeah, we do. Is meetups. Meetups are fun, and they're a chance for you to travel to different areas. Okay, Tracy and I have been on many meetups. Okay, we've been on many meetups where we have met some amazing folks. Okay, one of them being this one that we've done right here this year. We did Planes to Profit. Okay, Planes to Profit in Omaha, Nebraska.
Who did we meet at Planes to Profit? Resell Rabbit.
Resell Rabbit
yes,
at
we
Planes
did.
to Profit. We sure did. Okay, as a matter of fact, Tracy shared some airtime with them.
I did.
On Mike Metco's meetups site.
We also met Happy Heart Treasures.
That's right.
Planes to Profit.
Yeah, and we're gonna miss a couple of people just to let you guys know
absolutely.
because we got so many stickers and everything like that. But we got to travel and go to these different areas and see some beautiful stuff. While we were on our trek to Planes to Profit, we got to stop and see John Wayne's birth house, which John Wayne is a huge. I am a huge fan of John Wayne. Tracy knows that. I'm actually on a John Wayne binge where I'm watching some the John Wayne movies that I have. She sleeps through most of them or plays video games.
Play games.
Yeah, that's what she does.
Who else did we get to see other than John Wayne's birthplace?
Dan and Demand. That's
yes,
right. We got to see Dan and Demand when we were in. Yeah, there we go. Here's my Dan and Demand shirt right there. We got to meet Dan and Demand when we were traveling, going to the Omaha meetup. We also went and did a meetup in at Peaches to Beaches. It was a very small one because we just met one person, and that was Chris the Cajun Reseller. I don't think I found his
We
card.
have his sticker somewhere.
I do have his sticker somewhere.
We've lost it.
But we met up with him.
Misplaced it.
In Nashville. We go to Nashville we've done two. Here's the pins right there from it. The Nashville meetup, the 2024 and 2025. Okay, so and then of course there's the Nashville meetup and the other Nashville meetup, and as the aforementioned named Planes to Profit right there, the Planes to Profit one. So you get some meet up with some new people. You get to travel to different places. I loved going to Omaha. I thought it was amazing. We saw buffalo.
We did.
Okay, we've never seen buffaloes. We're in Georgia. Okay,
Buffalo!
And I'm from Florida. Okay, so you don't see those animals down there. So it was really kind of cool to see all of those things.
And as he mentioned, we also went to the Nashville meetup this year. We met so many awesome people. Here's just a couple of people we met there. We've got the Death Pile Picker and Old School Flips. That was Jimmy.
Yep. Paul the Philly Flipper.
Awesome.
Okay, we met him. And here's one that was really special. We met Jen's Multiverse at the Nashville meetup this past year.
But what else can you benefit from when you're networking with the community? You can get new ideas or sometimes steal them, like Jack and Cheese.
Now, I did not technically steal the Jack and Cheese one. I'm trying to see if I can find the other one that I'm missing.
Oh, here it is.
There you go. Ken SSK promo. Yes, he accuses me of stealing all of his ideas. If it makes me money, I'm going to steal it. I'll just let you know that right there. But you're going to get some great ideas of talking to some of these people. Just ask Mike Metco's meetups. He's met up and networked all of these people. And now he has his own YouTube channel called Mike Metco's Meetups, where he is going around and talking to people and goes to these meetups and explains about how to do meetups. He's now organizing his own meetup with, let me see if I can find the folks that did that one or that are doing that one. I know I have one in here of that one. You might have it on yours.
Who am I looking for?
The people that are hosting the meetup.
Oh, Resellers Locker Room.
Yes,
I don't
know I have
that
one.
sticker. I know we do have a sticker.
Yeah, we do have one for resellers. There it is. It's going to be underneath that one. Nope, let's go ahead and flip that.
Well,
okay, but we do have a
shout
sticker
out
for
to the
them.
Resellers Locker Room.
Yeah,
they are
Alex,
doing a meetup later this year.
Alex, Ben, and Jefferson. Okay, they're doing one in September, which is just going to be amazing. Going to be a lot of fun. I think I can see it right here. Look at there it is right there. Okay, let me pull that one up. There you go. Okay, Reseller Locker Room. This is going to be the shout out episode
It
right
really
here.
is.
It really is, and stuff like that. But they got some great ideas by doing some of these networking. The meetup that they're doing, they say they were networking on their podcast. They had Kevin the Commonwealth Picker on there, and he suggested. They said, "Well, we're getting ready to have our 100th episode," and he goes, "Well, what are you going to do that's special for that one?" And what came out of it? The Northeast Tennessee meetup, which is the first one that they're ever going to do in September. Jack's Treasures will be there, okay? And actually, I think we're going to be sponsoring some of that event too, okay? Oh, by the way, the sponsor to the Plains to Profit, one of the Plains to Profit sponsors was Grams and Pops Vintage, Corey and Teresa.
And this was a sponsor in Nashville was Bearded Finds.
Yep, Bearded Finds was that one right there. So you have all of these people. Oh, another sponsor to a lot of the meetups is Trash to Cash Podcast. Okay,
Yes.
They do a lot of the sponsorships for these also. So you're going to get some great ideas just by meeting these
and
people.
growing your brand, like we were just talking about with sponsorships and things like that. Get your name out there.
Yeah, and how do you grow your brand? You give away stickers. Let me see. I think I have one of our really, really cool stickers. Oh, here's one of the.
Oh, that's really nice.
There you
Kevin
go. There's Kevin
Picker.
Commonwealth Pickers one right there. I'm trying to find that one that was ours. You go ahead and talk about that other one.
Another benefit while he's digging through stickers looking for a Jack's Treasures one. Oh, I see one right up there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good. This is the one I was looking for.
Yes.
Right there. But you get to network and you give people your stickers. So that was our sticker right there, one of them. Okay. We had a bunch. We have a bunch of stickers.
I do
right
new
there.
stickers just about every month.
Yeah. So.
Another benefit to connecting with the community is making friendships, some lifelong. I'm going to do a couple of big shout outs on this, which you mentioned SSK Promo already, but here's some other people that I talk to literally on a daily basis. Gulf Coast Pickers, Ryan and Christine, Rocket City Resellers and Fiona's Finds, that's Bob and Amanda. Literally talk to these people every day of the world, and we met
Jill
them at
Gacherka,
meetups.
we're going up to Ohio to spend a week with Jill and Ken, SSK Promo, okay, who does Ken versus 10.
My first reseller friend, Angie Perfectly Blessed. She's the first person I actually sat down and chatted with at a meetup. And
we learned about the dollar auction from our friends Corey and Teresa, who we met this year. Okay, so, and there's, everybody that we meet is basically our friends, okay? But some of them you get to spend a little bit more time with, like River City Resales. We didn't spend a lot of time with them, but we met them and they have become friends with us on Whatnot and at other meetups. So that's another one right there.
Another benefit right here is discovering bolos.
Yes.
If you're connecting with the community, people are willing to share their bolos. And I'm going to do a special shout out here to I'd Flip That. They do a game show that focuses a lot on bolos and what things sell for and stuff. So that's a huge help to the community. But almost everybody that has a reselling YouTube channel, whether they're actively giving away bolos or not, you're going to find bolos.
Yeah, you'll see them in their picking videos or their what sold videos or whatever it may be. You're going to get some great bolo information along with those things. You're going to also learn from people that have been doing it longer than you have.
Yes.
Okay. Tracy and I together, we've been doing this over 50 years. Okay. Tracy's been doing this close to 30 years and I've been coming up on 20 years. So we've been doing it for quite a long time, but we're still learning from all of these people. Like Ray, the Nashville Flippers host of the Nashville
just
meetup.
Because we've been reselling that long doesn't mean we know how to do everything. A Rural Squirrel, she's a YouTube social media genius. And learning from people like that has really helped us grow our business.
Yeah, it's amazing to see and learn about all of those things. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, where I am the living proof that you can. Okay, and I think that some people have actually learned from us because they talk to us about storage units, because they know that we do a ton of storage units. A couple more stickers. Let me show the rest of the ones that I have right here. Here is Sunshine Treasures. We met them at Nashville the first year at Nashville. Then we met them again at the second year at Nashville. So
Tennessee
really,
Treasures,
really
we've actually met up with them 3 times now. Twice at the Nashville meetup, and then last week when we were doing a big highway yard sale.
Yep. Yesterdaysattic.com. Okay, they gave us their sticker.
I'm going to show you one. We haven't met these people in person yet, but we're going to next month. It's Michigan Grail Seekers. We met them through Whatnot, and they've become awesome, like Whatnot friends, and we're going to get to meet them, have a good dinner with them next month.
And of course, we have Resellers Leftovers, another one of the podcasts. Now, guys, I just want to show you. All right, let me just show you what the stickers that Tracy and I have accumulated.
Yes.
Okay, these are all stickers that we have accumulated from other people right here. All of those right there. And that's not even all of them. There's even more.
And there's some that we've probably put in the wrong spot too.
Yeah, probably. Okay. But those are just some great things right there. You learn people that have been doing it longer. You don't know how many people that Tracy and I have our own podcast called What? Not Another Reselling Podcast, which we focus on live selling. And we've interviewed about 9 guests right now, 9 guests that we have interviewed. And a lot of times when we talk to people, one of the first things that I like to do is learn how they got started in reselling and how they did that. A lot of people will tell us, well, I lost my job or I wanted to make some extra income. And the first thing I did was go on YouTube and start watching Harry Tornado, Kevin the Commonwealth Picker.
Those are probably the ones we hear the most. Cincinnati Picker.
Cincinnati Picker. The Frogger one.
Froggy Flips.
Froggy Flips. Okay.
The Frogger one.
Well, I know it's Froggy Flips.
Ribbit.
So, yeah. But they talk about it and they tell us that's how they got started, by watching those videos. So networking with the community, you learn how to get started. Mike Metco tells that story all of the time, that that's how he started. He started watching videos and now he's actually doing his own videos. So just an amazing, amazing thing right there.
Another benefit to networking with the community is that, believe it or not, people share deals with others. You would think, oh, everybody wants to kind of keep those deals close to their heart. Not necessarily. We all sell different things. For instance,
there's plenty of buyers too.
We're not tool folk. We'll do tools every now and then on Whatnot, but we get a lot in storage units. We've connected with a tool seller, Lover Dogs, on Whatnot, and we have definitely shared some of those deals with her. She's in turn shared space with us to run a yard sale, which is amazing.
Out of a warehouse that they have, they gave us a whole bay, and we were able to sell a giant yard sale. They also put us up in their camper, so we didn't have to get a hotel room for 5 days.
On the internet.
On Whatnot, through networking.
And another deal that we were part of was Paul the Philly Flipper. He came across a huge Star Wars buyout. He knows that that's definitely kind of the type things that we sell. He immediately thought of us, contacted us, and facilitated that purchase for us.
And then we got to drive down to Florida, which I don't really need a lot of excuses. If I find an excuse, I'm driving down to Florida.
So, by the way, if you're in Florida and you find a deal, give us a call so that we can go to Florida.
Yeah, we're trying to get down to Florida again. I'm trying to get down there. Tracy's trying to buy a storage unit. I'm trying to travel down to Florida again. So, we're trying to...
Storage unit in Florida.
I'm all aboard.
Let's do it.
Okay, we've done it now, guys. We figured it all out.
I'm going to get on Storage Treasures tonight.
We are going to buy a storage unit down in Florida so that we could go down to Florida and knock out a couple birds with one stone.
Yes.
But going back to that one, we got to go down to Florida. And not only did we go down to Florida to meet with Paul the Philly Flipper, he set up a mini meetup. And we ended up meeting a bunch of people at a dinner. And then that became a whole meetup in and of itself that Paul does on a monthly basis down in Florida.
Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Penpicker, to Nikki's Corner, to Cam.
Yeah.
It was just an awesome time.
Everybody that we met, it was such a fun time at the restaurant. We are actually planning on doing something like that, very similar here in the Dallas, Georgia area. We're going to be planning a little luncheon, get together, whatever you may want to call it, just to get some people together to say, hey, you're not alone. You're not alone. Okay. For me, probably one of the biggest reasons why I love networking now is the fellowship that you have when you meet some of these people We've talked about the friendships that we have. I talk to Ken probably at least on a weekly basis. Corey, we text back and forth again on a weekly basis, if not talking. Dan and Deman, Lauren and Josiah, Homeschool Mama and Taco Joe. Just all of these people that we
I have my
met.
little text chats that I talk to every single day.
Yeah, Alicia Garcia.
Coco Loves Life.
Coco Loves Life.
Collins on the Move.
And that fellowship to me is so important because there are people that you're going to meet that you're going to develop friendships with. Some of them are stronger than others. There are some people that you're going to meet that you're not going to really develop that friendship with, but
that's okay too.
That's okay too, because we're not everybody's cup of tea, and just like some people aren't other people's cup of tea. But you're going to learn from that, and you're going to get that fellowship, learn the stories. Mm-hmm. I learned when we were at the Nashville meetup that Kevin, the Commonwealth Picker, and I knew before that he was a teacher, and he taught social studies. I was a teacher, and I taught social studies. I learned when we were at the Nashville meetup that we started teaching the same year. Okay, so our like career paths has been
very similar.
His is, of course, he's a huge YouTuber, and we're not, but it's very similar. We both started out as teachers. We both had issues in teaching that led us to go to another route of reselling, and now we're both strictly resellers. He is younger than I am with younger family, so he has a lot more responsibilities than I do. My children are both grown, and Tracy and I's daughter is grown.
You have a high maintenance wife, though.
What's that?
You have a high maintenance wife, though.
Who does?
You do.
I do have a high maintenance wife. She loves to travel and buy storage units. Florida, look out. We're coming down there now. Okay, but fellowship is, to me, one of the biggest things. You get to just sit down. I've been on podcasts now with like 10 different people, just chatting away.
I helped kill a podcast. That was fun.
Yeah, we did. We helped kill the Reseller Clickbait podcast. I know there's a sticker in here for them. I didn't get that one out, but that would have been really cool to have and stuff. So just the fellowship that you gain, the friendships that you gain, the knowledge that you gain, the support that you gain, okay? Literally, if I have a bad day or something like that, I could reach out to somebody.
I guarantee you he will call Ken.
Or Corey. Or Dan and Deman, or Josiah. Yeah, it just really just depends on who I talk to, or whatever it may be. But you can't, a lot of people will always talk about when your family finds out that this is what you do, they all look at you like you got your hole in your head.
They do still sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, they really look at me and they say, you really make enough money to pay for all of this stuff? And I said, yeah, and then some, okay? When I first quit teaching 8 years ago, man, my family just about disowned me. Okay, now it's like they see how much we work and stuff like that.
Right.
But great benefit right there, and support. Okay, I think even Kevin was talking about what we're doing a charity show in November for Stop Soldier Suicide. Great segue, wasn't it?
Yes.
And we do a raid train at that time, and he literally reached out to me and he said, reach out to me about the charity event, and I'd like to help out with that. And I said, that's awesome. I don't know if you remember, but he did actually say that. You did. Okay. So down below, we're going to post a link down to Stop Soldier Suicide.
I wish I could tag everybody we mentioned in this show, but it's not happening, so I'm not tagging anyone.
Yeah, but
we love you.
Is this the one that you're going to do the edit, or is the other one?
The other one.
No edited in this one, guys. All right. But we love all of the people that we have met. Four Seasons Picker.
Oh my gosh,
the ones that we haven't, that we didn't mention. Marcy Sells Things.
Yes, I want to meet Marcy one day, and she's like, no.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to do a meetup, but I'm like, yes.
She did a meetup too. She met actually Jeremy from Green 13, who's another one that that if I have a business problem, I could talk to him. But there's just, guys, believe me when I tell you, you're not alone in this. Network as much as you possibly can. Meet some new friends, get some new friends, and
get some new friends because your old ones suck.
No, that's not true at all. Oh my gosh, Tom, Jana, no, that's not it at all. No, forget what just Tracy said. Forget it completely and stuff like that. Tracy's done talking now, but we're going to Ohio for a week practically to meet up with Ken and Jill.
And we're doing a mini meetup on the way back.
Yes, we're going to be meeting up with Tony and Lysandra.
I love discounts.
I love discounts _.com. So it's another one that we just met them. And we love meeting all of these new people. Kristen, a Rural Squirrel, is going to be a guest on our podcast next week. The guest on this week's podcast is coming out this Sunday. You want to check this one out. Is Lauren and Josiah, Homeschool Mama and Taco Joe. And that's a great episode because we get to talk about some of the struggles of raising a family, because we don't have that because our kids are grown. Struggles of raising a family, being a homeschool mama, and live selling.
Yep.
So check that one out. It's at 12 o'clock on Sunday, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, if I get the time right. But help us out with Stop Soldier Suicide. And as always, enjoy your weekend and
pet a cat, pet a cat, pet a cat, pet a cat.
Peace out from Jack's Treasures.
Bye.